Everybody, hopefully we can figure this out while I don't see anything right now on the. We can figure this out while I don't see anything right now on the.
Is it required that we stream on YouTube?
Yes, it is, because it's supposed, that's the way the public is supposed to be.
Is it required that we stream on YouTube?
Yes, it is, because it's supposed, that's the way the public is supposed to be.
Is it required that we
Yes, it is. So we could just not live stream it because of technical difficulties, and
Can we legally have the meeting without live streaming it?
Just say malfunction, didn't work.
I'm gonna make a phone call. And we're live streaming now. I want to see if I'm still getting that echo. Can you guys hear me? Somebody nod yes if you guys can hear me.
Yes, I hear you fine.
Okay, I'm not getting the echo anymore. So
Nice. Yeah, I hear you.
whatever buttons I was just playing with, I don't even know what, hopefully that's okay. Because as far as I know, it's still live streaming because I'm getting a prompt that says stop live stream. I'm not gonna, all right, so, all right. So, get one of these Zoom meetings without any technical difficulties. It'll be a miracle, but here we go. So we did the roll call. We have a quorum. And I guess the next would be approval of the October minutes. I can share them on my screen if you guys need me to. If you didn't have a chance to read them, I did email them a couple times.
I just have, this is Mitch. I have one comment. In the approval of minutes, there's 14 yeses. And in the rest for the referrals, there's only 10.
All right, so it must have been a typo. Which one was that? Which referral? I mean,
There's on the approval of minutes, there's 14 yeses. And
approval of minutes. Okay.
Yeah, and then all the referrals, there's 10.
Yeah, because there was only 10 people at the meeting last month, so that should be 10, not 14. Okay. All right, so I will change that from 14 to 10. Any other?
This is Mitch. With that, I will move to approve the minutes with that correction.
This is Kylie seconding.
That was Carl. Oh, Kylie?
Kylie.
Okay. All right, and I have, in terms of the numbers today, I have 12 people at this meeting, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I guess there's the motion. Is any, I guess, Jim, or do you want me to just do this? I can just do this, as our, I
That
guess.
would probably,
vote.
that'd be easier.
All right, yeah, Mitch made the motion, it was seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions or recusals? No, okay. There's a number of education and training opportunities coming up. I email those around. So there's, I can just mention them real quickly and I'll put them in the minutes. There's one actually tomorrow from noon to 1 by the New York Planning Federation on engaging diverse communities and dealing with difficult people, which you get planning board credit for. There's a conference coming up in December from Land Use Law Center. On December 9th, there's a solar mapping webinar on the Scenic Hudson solar mapping tool. And again, this winter, like last winter, Department of State Local Government Training Program is putting on a series of webinars starting on December 8th, which are some, they'll go back to some basics on things like subdivision review, floodplain regulation, skills that make great board members, planning board overview, zoning board overview. So those run for some starting December 8th through January 12th. But again, they email those around. I'll put them in the minutes. Anybody who still needs to do their 4 hours of training for their local board and or for this board. And then just let me know when you do trainings. You should get a certificate from whatever organizations offer the training. Just please forward those certificates to me so I can track your training. Appreciate that. Just quickly, the only department report, the Ag Farm Board meeting had a meeting last night, approved 3 new requests for inclusion in the Ag District, 2 properties in Durham and 1 property in Caro. I'm sorry, Kentucky. And there will be a public hearing on that for the Greene County Legislature to approve it on December 16th at the next Greene County Legislative meeting. So we'll bring it up to around 819 parcels that are in the county that are now in the district, with well over 40,000 acres that are part of the Ag District. And that is the only real item I want. What's that? Is there a question? All right. I thought if we were going, we could just get into the referrals. Now, did everyone get the staff recommendation memo that Carl sent out?
Yes.
I'm going to pull that up, and
Yes.
I'm going to go to sharing my screen now with these things. So again, please be patient. Let's see. My water. Ah. All right, let me just find the first one. The first one is can everybody see that?
Yes.
It's just this is just the notes on it. It's a replacement of an existing mobile home on a parcel. It'll be the second single-family home on the dwelling. The town of Catskill code only allows 1 single-family home for dwelling on a parcel, but it's a replacement of an existing mobile home. They need an area variance. Really had no county impact, so the recommendation was a local decision. I can pull up the other Want to see more of where it is? It is. This is where the parcel is. Well, where parcel where they want to replace the existing mobile home. And this is more of a site map of where the parcel is, and it says shows some ag districts around it. I don't know if I can try to zoom into this. Right, 32. So they're just replacing existing mobile home here, and with some area variances. The area variances. That's just another location map. So the recommendation is, it really didn't have any county impact. It's replacement of an existing mobile home, and that needed some area variances for setback. So does anyone want to make a motion, or have any questions? Need more information? I can, about it.
So just one quick question. So the end result of this is going to be the same setup on the property as there is now?
Yes, just a replacement of an existing mobile home. Yes.
Okay, so I'll make a motion to go with the staff recommendation.
I'll second.
Who was that?
That was Beth and Cindy.
Beth and Cindy. Okay. So some. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Any opposed? Anybody need to abstain? No. Or recuse themselves? No. Okay. And then ironically, 2045 was a very similar. Matter of fact, I thought they made a mistake when they sent it. A minute to. Oh, what is that?
What does that mean, fourth single-family dwelling?
It means that there are 4 single-family dwellings on the property and only
On the one property?
Yes, but having trouble finding document here. Can you guys see that?
Not yet.
No.
Right. Well, this is just a location of the property here on Route 30.
Can you open these documents? You're just selecting them, but I don't see them being open.
Can you see that now, that map?
It's not open.
Yeah.
Really? You guys can't see that?
The list.
No. But you know what? Unless we have a real question about it, which these seem so fairly simplistic, maybe we don't need to see all that.
Yeah, that's Yeah, that's up to you, because these are fairly simplistic, some of these. So trying to bring up the maps and so forth. You can see that screen now?
No, I see a telephone.
Huh.
These are the plans that Carl sent us, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
There we go. Now we see it.
Well, yeah, this is location on Route 32A of this property. Well, Carl sent the memo.
He did.
I'll send the memo, but I don't, I don't send all these maps and things unless you guys want me to send all these maps. I just try to, when you're here, I try to put them up on the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I'm just trying to do kind of a similar type of thing, but these are very simple. Again, it's a variance to replace an existing mobile home. There are already, let's see if I can pull this up. But again, it's
So like with the other, what's going to happen here is basically the same as what's there now.
yes.
So Mitch will make the motion to take the staff recommendation.
Yeah, it's no county impact. I mean, it's on 32A, but there's no county impact. It's a local decision, so,
I'll second that. It's Carl.
okay. Anybody, anybody all in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Anybody need to abstain, recuse? No? Okay. All right, we're gonna try a new share. See if this works.
Good Lord.
Oh, I thought I had this down. I put all the files on the desktop, but finding them on the desktop on the share button seems to be a little bit, Anyway, next, 2046. It's another small one. I don't even feel like I need to pull up any maps. It's an existing porch, which the applicant was initially denied a certificate of occupancy because they didn't have a building permit. It's in Route 32A. It's an area variance to replace an existing porch. And these are the kind of things that I brought up last month that, we can talk to different towns and villages to really determine whether these things really come to the county planning board, frankly. These past three, all in my opinion, don't really need, we can talk about that more at another time. No county impact, local decision is for 2046.
Jim, I'll make that motion.
Okay,
Robert, second.
who was the second?
Robert.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any recuse or abstain? No, okay. Now, 2047 is, and Ted Hillshire on the call to answer any questions. The village Catskill attorney, the village is updating their zoning map and parts of the zoning law. And so there are some comments there that were submitted in the staff memo. Anybody has had a chance to review those, really that's kind of the meat of this. I can pull up the zoning map in a second if we need to. But if you had a chance to review those, one of the main things I just was going to ask the village to update part of the law that refers to the map that says that all the digital files are on file here with Greene County Planning. Years ago, we used to keep those digital files. We do not maintain those anymore. So that's part of the comments is we're going to update that section since they're redoing some of the zoning law is to update that language. There was some other comments on the use table and references in the use table, which are spelled out there. As well as they also added a short-term rental regulation section to the zoning code. And we've done some work on short-term rentals with some recommendations on how they might want to approach some of the short-term rental rules that they're proposing. They're also proposing a subdivision law. And then in the last comment, the part of the existing zoning code, the subdivision code references the Greene County Health Department's review of flats and so forth. And but we don't have an environmental health department here in the county. Those types of reviews need to go to the state. So it's just about to update that part of the subdivision code that references review instead of a county health department review. Have a public health department for environmental review for water and sewer. So those basically.
Can I interject real quick?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Somebody's breathing into their mic and I'm having a hard time hearing you.
Yeah, if everybody can mute themselves, I noticed that too. It's a little distracting. If people can mute themselves if they're not talking, that would be great. Yes. Hold on a minute. If you want, they're updating the zoning map as well. I lost the screen here to the Zoom. I'm trying to find.
Oh boy.
There we go. If everybody can mute themselves while they're moving papers around and stuff, that would be helpful. You can mute yourself. I want to pull up the zoning map, so I'm going to ask you for your patience for a moment, and if I can. Why I can't get back to my desktop? There it is. Can everybody see that?
Yes.
Can you see the map of Catskill?
No.
No.
I don't get really.
We haven't opened it up.
There you go.
You can see it now?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, the only zoning change, and Ted's on the call, you can see there's an area, I'm going to try to zoom in here. They're updating their zoning map, just changing, there's an area that's whited out, and they're changing that area where you can see that's white, which just looks a different white than the rest of the map, that they're changing from a R3, a commercial residential, changing it to R1, a one-family residential, so that it reflects the surrounding, because this basically, this zone in here was R3, and it was surrounded by R1. So the only change that I understand that they're making to the zoning map is to change this to R1, so it's consistent with the rest of R1. And Mitch or Ted, if you want to chime in, if I don't have that right, you could let me know. But that's the only change to the zoning map. So I kind of summarized some of the changes to the zoning law, as I understand them, and what some of our comments would be, and the subdivision law and the short-term rental law. And this is bridge to the next. So if there's any comments, questions, anybody wants to either
Yes,
me or
I have a question.
yes,
Can you hear me?
yeah,
There seems to be a lot of deletions from this document. I don't see any updates on those subjects. Do we have an idea what actually was deleted and what the purpose of those deletions was?
Would you like me to?
I'm not sure which document you're talking about. You're talking about the zoning, proposed zoning changes that I sent around?
Yes.
Yeah, it should
I mean,
have. I mean, the document that I sent around had, had track changes on it. It was all marked up of, what was deleted, what was added. And I don't know, Ted, did you have something to add?
Yeah, I'd be glad to answer any questions. We had a document that had all the language that was going to be removed. It has red lines through it, and the language that's going to be added is in red. There is some new language. The big picture is there's some new language in the law, the short-term rentals. There's some design standards. So there is some new language, but we also did a lot of cleaning up and trying to make the document more user-friendly. So we took out a lot of the language that talked about what uses are available in each zone, and we took that language out and we adopted it and placed it in tables. So it's a lot easier, it's more user-friendly, and there wasn't a whole lot of content in places where we did that. There wasn't a whole lot of content that was changed. It was just reformatted. We did the same thing with the signage area of the law. It was very, very difficult to use. And we just, we didn't make many substantive changes. We just cleaned it up a little bit and made it more user-friendly. So if there's a particular area that you're interested in, I'll be glad to try to explain it.
I didn't go into that much detail. I was just wondering how the contact.
Can you see the document I just pulled up?
Nope.
No, it's not open.
All right, well, maybe it just takes a minute because I see it.
Yeah, there seems to be a delay. No, I've looked at the document and there's pages and pages of crossouts, and I was just wondering, and that was just fully explained to me. It was basically a cleanup, and the only section I saw that was actually replaced was the signage, which was basically rewritten. But I was just wondering what the purpose of that is, and I just got my answer.
Sure, thank you.
I'm fine.
Thank you.
Okay, because I just want to make sure you were able to see the copy that I sent around, which I don't know if you guys can see on the screen now, which has design standards in red, signage in red, short-term rentals in red, dumpsters in red. Can you guys see that?
No.
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 Not open.
Whoops. Well, it's open on my, that's what you, when you say it's not open, I mean, it's open on mine. So it's,
Okay, there you go.
I mean, I'm just, so, yeah, so I just wanted, I mean, this is what the document that I sent around should have looked like when you opened it. And as Ted just mentioned, a lot of it was just cleanup, but the new sections, there were new sections on design standard, short-term rentals, and on dumpsters. That was the new part. So I didn't really have any comments on the design standards or signage. Did have some comments on the short-term rental part of it, being that we've done some work on that in the past, and it's a kind of a hot button issue right now in the county, around the county. So we did have there is some comments in the staff memo on that. As well as, again, if they're cleaning it up, I was going to request that they clean up some of the mapping part of it that is just old and outdated in terms of referencing that digital files being on file here in the planning department for their zoning map, which I wish they were, but they're not. We just don't do that anymore here. So I just was going to ask them to clean that up as well. And again, there's this proposed subdivision law, which is a separate law. And again, there was just parts of that referenced the county health department again, which was just another comment. But other than that, there wasn't a whole lot of comments on the subdivision law. So I don't know if there's any other questions or comments in terms of what the recommendation would be. The staff recommendation.
Recommendation.
What was that?
Terry, could you pull up the recommendation, because I don't have a copy of that.
The recommendations? I mean the staff
Yeah,
memo?
Those were emailed.
Yeah, you should have gotten that email. So, it's a couple of pages. You should have gotten that in an email, a document.
Yes, unfortunately, it's my work email and I don't have it here, so.
Well,
It should have gone in both. All right. I mean, guys, I'm gonna try to pull it up. As you know, I'm very proficient at sharing these documents.
well,
It only take me 10 minutes or so to find it.
Never mind.
No, I just summarized them, really for you. So basically what they said.
I'd like to make a motion to approve with the modification as per the staff recommendation.
Kylie seconds.
That was Carl and Kylie. All in favor?
I,
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Anybody need to abstain?
I need to abstain, Mitch.
Mitch, yeah, okay. So that's 11, 1, okay.
And thank you very much, Ted, for all the work you did on this.
And thank you. The planning board did a wonderful job. And I want to thank Rich. Rich has been a big help getting me through this last step here. And thank all of you for your review and for your time.
Sure. Thank you, Ted. You're welcome to suffer through the rest of the meeting or have a good evening. All right, so that's carried with a vote of 11-0 and 1 abstention. The next referral again is one I feel like I don't need. If you want me to pull up maps, site maps and so forth, I'd be happy to do it. But it is a site plan review for a person buying a house in the town of Catskill in the Route 23 along Route 23A. Site plan putting in a 1-chair salon, and she's just basically converting her garage into a salon to cut hair. So again, there was no county impact in terms of the site plan. And a local decision was the recommendation. If you want to see site maps and the application, be happy to try to pull them up. Other than that, that's really, it's in a highway commercial zone. There's no county impact, local decision.
I think we should approve it.
This is Jim, I second it.
You want to change that to approve it? I mean, the staff recommendation was no county impact, local decision. Do you want to actually approve it?
Yes,
Yes.
please.
Okay. That's good. So who was that? So who made that motion to approve? I'm sorry.
Beth did.
Okay.
Jim second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Anybody need to abstain or recuse? No? Okay. All right. The next one's a little bit bigger of a review. There was a little bit of back and forth about this. It is 2049. The town and village are doing a combined updated comprehensive plan. I sent that around. It was 2 volumes with some accompanying documents, their Main Street plan, as well as 31 different maps. Just got the last week, just under the deadline. I personally did not have a whole lot of time to do the type of review of a comprehensive plan that I would like to do. So, there's a couple different avenues we could take. I mean, I don't really feel like I need to pull up the plan and go through the plan. So I did email that to everybody when I got it about 10 days ago, a week and a half ago or so. Carl did send around. That's why I asked Carl to send these around, because my recommendation was different than my boss's recommendation on this. So whether you want to take the staff recommendation of local decision with these comments, which were very general, and I did a very cursory review of looking just for some highlighted things that might be related to the county, such as some of the economic development, which there's no reference to our new economic development corporation here in the county, or our tourism office, and encouraging the town and village to work with both of those. Some mapping resources, ag district information was outdated. So there were some of those just general broad things that I noticed, and just a very brief review, which we could go with this local decision with comment and send that back, or or the comment could be that we just didn't have sufficient time to review and offer no comment. Or if you want me to take a closer look at it and do a more thorough review, the comments are basically due back. We got it on November 5th, so the 30-day time limit would be December 4th. If we wanted to have a special meeting to discuss just the plan on like December 3rd, that's the other option. So those are the 3 options, to just have these very brief cursory comments. So just I only looked at parts of volume 1. I didn't even get a chance to look at volume. I only looked at one of the maps the ag district map used. That was 7 years old. We have much more current. So the ag district information was very outdated. I just looked at stuff that I knew I'd be able to do a quick and dirty review of. So those are the 3 options. And it's up to the board how, what you might want to do, whether you want to take these comments just as we have and send them back, or whether you want more detailed comments and have a special meeting to talk about them, or so those are basically the 2. The other is just a no comments to say we didn't have sufficient time to review it, and the town and village can move forward as they wish.
These comments that you made, the town and the village would have to take them into consideration and change them or add them or whatever. So, I mean, your comments are good.
Well, they wouldn't have, I mean, when we make comments, these, unless we say, approve with modifications, what we want modifications, these are recommended comments. They don't have to necessarily do any of these things.
Right, no, they don't, but I think they're good.
So, there's obviously a lot more to, but so what, again, whether then if you want to move to accept these comments and send these comments in, again, it's up to you guys as a board, how you want to, I don't know if anybody, and that's why I sent it around, if anybody else wanted to take a chance, anybody on the board wanted to take a look at it. It's, when I get a comprehensive plan update and something, a 2-volume document, I like to try to get into the meat and really look at, and to try to help, to try to offer constructive criticism.
Mhm.
The plan to be approved. I'm not looking to try to rip it apart and criticize it. I'm trying to find ways to maybe strengthen it, and work more with the county and that kind of thing, which are what are some of these recommendations are about. So that's up to the board.
I think we should accept your comments and send them back as suggestions to the town and the village.
All right, so is that a motion to accept the local decision with the comments as set forth here? Is that a motion?
Yes,
Okay, is that Jean talking?
Jean, yes.
Okay, I'm trying to get to know voices because I'm looking at the writing and not looking at people on the screen. So, and is there any second to that?
I'll second that.
That Carl?
Yeah.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Anybody abstain or recuse? No? Okay. All right, then we'll send these comments back as we put forth here. And that I think is it. Next meeting, we'll go back to Wednesdays next month, December 16th. Gonna have to juggle that a little bit because I have to go to the public hearing at 6:30. Might have to change it to like 6:45 or something because I have to go to the public hearing for the Ag and Farm Board at 6:30. So I might have to change that time to like 6:45. But we're going back to Wednesday, December 16th. I imagine it's going to be by Zoom again. I'll try to get a little bit more proficient at Zoom and sharing documents so we can move along a little quicker. Figure out what I was doing, trying to figure out what I was doing wrong.
I think you need to do that.
So, is there a motion to adjourn?
It'd be Mitch right here.
All right. Any second?
I'll second it. It's Lee McGonigal. I finally got my mute button off.
Oh, is that why we haven't heard from you? You've been muted.
I've been here. I've gone nowhere, but you told me to mute it. I couldn't get it off. Pretty much. I've enjoyed the show. I do have one comment before we leave, if it's okay, on that, the comprehensive plan and the updated comprehensive plan. I think it should be noted that it's commendable that during these times that any municipality is trying to continue to do this work and have real vision and planning for their community. No matter if all the details should continuously be reviewed, but it is commendable because through the years, I've been a big proponent of having an updated comprehensive plan, having zoning for these communities, especially now with the big expected growth or real growth that's already taken place in our county, that every community try to buy in or at least explore those concepts so that their individual communities and us as a county can grow in an appropriate manner with some clear vision for the future. And that's been my position for over a decade on this board.
Here.
So,
Okay. Can I take that as like a friendly amendment to your motion, Jean, and add that comment?
Yes.
Okay. Everybody.
Did you get all of it, Rich? He said a lot.
Yeah, I can always go back to the YouTube video. That's what I do at night. I go back and I rewatch the meetings on YouTube.
I'm not used to being muted for so long. That's why.
It's basically summarized that it's commendable to recognize the town and village that during this challenging time, that it's commendable that they are continuing to work on comprehensive planning and creating a clear vision for the community. So that's what
That's pretty much it. And we'd love to urge all communities to get involved in that type of activity.
Well, speaking of which, and I forgot to mention this earlier during my report, is tomorrow night is the Ellen Redis Planning Achievement Awards at the County Legislature. I think that I was hoping Eric would be on here because I'm hoping he will be here to present the awards. I don't know I know Jim, you did it last year. If I can't get a hold of Eric, I don't know if you're around tomorrow night, Jim, to come and present the awards for the planning board. But one of that we're recognizing three different, we have three different awards this year, and one of them is the Village of Catskill for adopting their comprehensive plan earlier this year. It was pre-COVID, but still, we're recognizing Village of Catskill's comprehensive plan. We're recognizing the town board in Carroll for their work on creating putting in sidewalks and a bike trail right in downtown there to make the area of 32 in that Hannaford shopping plaza to make that area more walking friendly and safer for pedestrians. And we are recognizing two business owners out in Wyndham, the Hickory Hill Market, for the market that they created for this design and creating a community market that I haven't been there, but I've only heard good things about it. Has been designed well to fit into community and been very highly regarded and received in the community. So those are the three awards we're giving out tomorrow night, which you guys all approved last month, if you don't remember. I did present these last month and they were approved by the board. So just I meant to mention that earlier in my report, but I'm sorry I forgot. But just mentioning that, Lee's comments reminded me that we're doing that tomorrow night. So you're all welcome to come if you want. Tomorrow night at 6:30.
I am available. Eric,
okay, well, if I can't get a hold of Eric, Jim, I'll give you a call tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so I had a motion by Mitch to adjourn, seconded by Lee. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, terrific. Thank you all very much for your time and your patience with me managing Zoom and sharing documents. And I will be sending around info via emails shortly. All right.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you.
Thanksgiving.
Good
Have a
night.
good
Thank
break.
you.
Enjoy. Be safe.
Good night.
Aye.
Yeah, I got all. You thought they were more interesting? No, sometimes they were worse with Ed.
I was almost gonna